Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a recreation video. I actually did a post on Instagram asking you guys what would you like to see me recreate in my own way. And here is actually the post. I am going to show you. So this was the post that I posted on my story, and I asked you guys which one you wanted to see me recreate. And number two was the chosen one. So today we are going to recreate this the best way that we can. So yeah. Hi loser, welcome. So yeah, we are going to recreate this design today. And I really want to recreate this one too to work on more line work, but we could do that at a different date. So yeah, we are going to reference this picture. I think I'm going to actually do this side of the hand, but we're going to incorporate it. So we are going to figure it out together. So let's get to it. So with that being said, we want this. I had already put my nail tips on my silicone hand. And we are going to do that. We are going to do cut these tips. And let me grab some scissors because we are going to do a coffin shape. And actually, let's cut these down some. Well, let's cut the numbers off the tips. If you don't want those on there. And today we are actually going to do a thumbnail too. I know, different, right? Okay. And by all means, we could fold these down. And we're just going to snip off the ends. And we are going to shape them as we go. To coffin shape. Okay. And we are going, I'm going to raise this up just a little bit so you guys can see. That might be a little bit better. Better view? Better view. Okay. So let's get our nail file out. And we have Make sure those are in there. Oh, you receive your Blooming Nail Polish Tuesday? Awesome. Hey, Christy. Thanks for joining. Because this is the thumb. I normally don't do the thumbs, but I figured for this set, why not? And we are just going to we can straighten this out later. So of course, normally what you want to do is add your dehydrator and your primer, but we are not going to do that because this is just a practice hand. So we are actually going to move right into everything. So I'm going to show you guys really quickly what I will be. Hi, Carmen. Welcome. She says, hi, I'm ready and very excited to watch your video, and thanks for sharing. Oh, no problem. Thanks for tuning in. So I just went ahead and cut the coffin shape. So I'm going to show you the, well, since I have 7 people on right now, let me show you what we are recreating again. I showed it at the beginning of the video. So I posted this on my Instagram and asked me which ones would you guys like me to recreate. And number 2 was chosen. So we are going to recreate nails from this set today. I know for sure I want to do this nail. Definitely going to do some bling. We will probably do a cutout. And I haven't practiced 3D flowers in a long time, so we're going to do either one of these. So I like that one. That's really cute. So we shall see. But this is what we're going to be recreating today. So. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Mia Secret Acrylic Cover Beige. I'm going to be using that. We are going to be using a white, and this one is just dip powder, but also acrylic powder. This is in white chalk. We will definitely use that. And just incorporate some brown and tan. This is a white that I made with my chalk and acrylic powder. This is the same thing that I made with chalk and a little bit of mica powder. And so this is a brown. We're going to probably use those two. We're going to need a clear to encapsulate. And I have, this is also clear. This is a gray because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do like a gray pinky or whatnot. So this is the brush that I'm going to be using for the 3D flowers. This is a fine point petite brush, 100% Kolinsky. These are the leaves that we are going to use, which are pink and purple. And then I have some gray polish and some glitter polish. We're going to use that. And we have some crystals that we're going to use. So now we have all of that. Let's kind of get myself set up here. Definitely get a paper towel. And tapping dish. I'm going to bring out 2 for today. And we got our monomer. And I think today we're going to use our brush that we got from Model Ones because we haven't tried this out yet. I did haul this in a recent haul of mine. So we are going to use this brush today. And we do have sanding bands and whatnot, so we're going to use that. Let me just get that prepared. So you got that, that's there, that's there. And we're going to put some there. And I'm just going to cover that up in the meantime. Okay. So let's open up this clear. We do have some whites, but like I said, we got enough whites that we may not need it. We have our leaves. Let's open this. And let's actually pour some out. Just a few. We're not going to need that many. Then I like this brown actually. So let's open it just in case we don't know if we're going to use it or not. Let's just have it on standby. And I got the picture over to my right. So the pinky was brown. So let's go ahead and use that brown. And let's do that now. So we are going to use the brown. And I'm going to use this small one. So we're going to dip our brush into our monomer. And we're just kind of going to clean it out. And so normally what you want to do is make sure that you lay down a clear layer of acrylic, because if your client comes back, she may want to get a fill. So we're going to follow the same procedure. And let's get a small bead of clear. And let's put it on the nail bed. So that way when you go to file, you could just take off the colored. Just want a small bead. That one has something in it. Something real small like that. And then you just move it up to the cuticle. And same thing with the thumb. And then you just move your brush. And because this is a longer nail bed, there we go. Okay. Okay. Clean up around the cuticle. Okay, there's the brown. And I'm actually going to put a little bit more monomer in this little dapping dish. Only reason I used a smaller dapping dish for the brown is because it would change the color of my monomer. So I would rather have a small dish for my monomer in case it changes color, instead of wasting my whole entire jar. So, hey, Miss Nikki, to you, welcome. Okay, so that is done. We are going to encapsulate that. You don't have to encapsulate colored acrylic. You don't have to, but I like to. The reason I like to is when you are filing, you won't have to worry about filing off any of that nice color you placed on your nails. And also, colored acrylic is a little bit more expensive than clear acrylic, so it'll also save you money if you use less colored product and more clear, because you can always build up your thickness with the clear. Make sure you get those sides. Okay, so we got that brown done. Hey, Natalie. So let's go back to our photo. Again, we are doing a recreation. So here is what we are recreating. So that's the brown. We're gonna do some gold here. So I don't have gold. At least I don't think I do, like gold glitters. Just let me double check that. I have gold tinsel, so we are going to use that instead. Use what you got. Don't worry about having to go purchase stuff. That's the purpose of a recreation series. So yeah, looks like I have gold tinsel. So let's do that. Sorry, I'm trying to put stuff back in my drawer. I really should do an organized with me video. So we are going to use this gold holographic tinsel, and this is how we are going to create our glitter nail. So again, like I said, use what you have. So this is the next nail that we are creating here. We did our brown, and then we'll add some gold crystals there later. So let's go ahead and do our gold nail. Let's see. I'm trying to also read the comments as I'm going along. So if I don't see something that you have asked, um, bear with me. Oh, Natalie. Oh, thank you. You love my nails? I'm actually going to take them off. So last night I was, ooh, last night I was playing around in some poly gel, and um, I I like them. They glow in the dark. I haven't posted them to my Instagram yet, but I don't know. I just feel like mm, the definitely the texture of polygel is something I'm not used to, and this is my first time working with polygel, and it was on my non-dominant hand at that. So I don't know. We shall see. But thank you, girl. So let's get our clear acrylic, and we are going to add that. Just a very thin layer, and don't forget to clean up the cuticle area if you happen to get any on there. So what we're doing is we are just gonna quickly coat the nail with the layer of acrylic, clear acrylic, and then we are going to pack on our glitter. So with that, I'm actually going to lay another piece down, and we are going to just sprinkle our glitter here. Okay, I know it seems like it's a mess, but it's all right. So we want full coverage. Just make sure that you pat it in or press it in lightly. And if there are areas that you feel like you could go back over, so okay, so looks okay to me. I probably could use some more. Let me pick up a few towards here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and encapsulate this. And you are going to want to do a wetter bead. And you're going to have to do smaller beads to encapsulate. And then I try to hold my silicone hand down, so that way it can drip. So see how wet it is? And so now we are going to go back over the nail and add acrylic to the small spots that we didn't get, like on the side here. Okay, and you could just take a brush to wipe that off later, off the skin, and then we will file that later once it's dry. Okay, so Julie said you do have to cap colored acrylics with clear unless they are core acrylics. That is correct. Yeah, this one is not a core acrylic. This one is the one I made, so that's why I encapsulated it. Okay, so our next nail is going to be a, so it's going to be this nail here, or we can do a clear nail with all of that. But I think we will just stick with this hand since we're on a roll here. But I do like this one, so maybe I'll just have you guys decide. Did you want the diamond cut French nail or the full clear nail with the pink and purple leaves? Let me know. In the meantime, I'm gonna dust off some of this glitter. Diamond cut French is cute. Okay, let's do that then. So let's just put the top back on my glitter. Sorry that my hands are so ashy. I wash them so much. Okay. So we are going to need, we still will need a few of our leaves. Let's just put another piece of paper towel down. I think this was the white that I was going to use. Yep, this was actually the white that was from my nail school, so I'm just going to finish using the rest of this. So now they said, are you going to do your Halloween nails? So technically these are a little Halloween, not as much. They actually glow in the dark, which was that poly gel that I used. So I'm going to do this hand in the orange poly gel, which is this one here. So I will be doing that later. If you guys want to see me do it, I have no problems doing that, but I'm going to do this hand in orange. And then I'm also going to add some rhinestones, not rhinestones, 80 crystals to my ring finger. So, and I did actually use the Gorilla Glue. It does have its ups and downs with that. So I use the Gorilla Glue on my bling finger. So I'll kind of go through that later on when I do my nails, my other hand. It's kind of let you guys know what I think. Is it a yes or no? Things like that. So let me get rid of some of this glitter. The one thing about glitter, it gets all over the place. Okay. So this is my first time using this bling. Not this bling, this brush. And because my hands sometimes get wet with the monomer, look, it's leaving like little rings on my brush from where my fingers are. So I guess that could be a downside of this brush because it's probably a hard plastic. So just a thought when you're purchasing this brush. It's cute to look at, but is it really beneficial? I mean, we can see once I wipe it off to see if it does it any justice, but just as a heads up, when you're buying this brush, this will happen. So see, I'm using this and giving you a live review at the same time. So I mean, there's so many ways that you could do this French. So if you guys saw my recent haul, I purchased some what do you call it, smile line cutters. And I actually have a diamond one that I could use. Not this one. Well, yeah, I could use this one. Not this one, not that one. Is this the same one? Oh, this one has a wider, so this one is actually the right one. So I could use these, or you could just use an X-Acto knife. You don't have to worry about none of that. So let's see which one I want to do. So let's open this one to help you create that reverse French line. Let's take out both of them. So this one looks straight enough. But I might just do my own because I'm trying to see. Because I still need it to go up some. But I mean, this one probably wouldn't be so bad, because it could cut up. So let's try this one, because this one has a slight curve to it. Okay, so this is the one we'll be using to create our smile line. And if we don't like that, then we will just go freehand. Okay, so we got a nice thick layer on there. Let's just keep wiping the sides. Let's let it set for a little bit. And then I think I said we were going to actually, you know what, let's bring it down some more. Okay, I think we use number 3, but it might not be deep enough. So with it not being deep enough, we're going to create it on our own. And the way that we do that is simple. So we just have to take a nail drill for that. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and build that up, and I'll show you how to do it with the nail drill, because that's normally how I do it anyway. Because plus we want to go up on the side some too. So I can actually give these away, because it's probably better to create your own smile line as it is. So we will let that dry for a little bit. Okay. And this is the white we're going to use. And so to create our manual V, we're going to use a sharp bit here. This is an extra coarse. You might not see the 3XC right here, but I see it on mine. Julie Reed says, how long have you been a nail tech? So I just recently graduated nail tech school October 15th. So I've been doing nails actually since January, but I didn't go to nail school until July. So just almost, I've been doing nails for a whopping 10 months. But officially, I'm not licensed yet. I actually just got my email today that I can go register for my exam. Because what they don't tell you once you get out of nail tech school is they just give you a certificate, you get your transcripts, and then you have to actually register with your state to go take the state board exam. So I registered. I got my email today, actually. So now I have to go find my testing center where I can go take the exam. You have to pay $185 to even begin the process to get your nail tech license. And once you do that, then you're able to go ahead and take the exam. So that is what I'm actually about to do now. And then once I take the test and I pass, then I will be officially licensed. So I got my nail drill on, and I am actually turning this to about 7,000 RPMs. And we are going to create our deep V. So I'm going to make sure I have the nail, my finger underneath the nail, because I'm getting ready to cut into the nail. And I'm going to actually start from the corner and just kind of file. I'm going to file the V. And actually, let's move this stuff out the way. So I do a little bit on each side because I want to be able to see what I'm doing. So you want to go to your other side, and if it, now by all means you can't do this with your clients, but I can do this at home because I'm just practicing. Because you can't have your client turn their hand like this. So we are still going to carve out that V. As best as we can. We're right here at the tip. There we go. And so now let's go back to here because we want to get that sharp point so we can actually see. Remember, whatever you do on one side, you want to do to the other. So almost, not quite. And doesn't have to be perfect, so that looks good enough. And what we're gonna do is we are going to take the hand file. Yeah, see how I said I moved the, not much of monomer is in here, and I actually need to change it anyway because I got some glitter in there. Thank you, Julie. Good for you. You're doing well. Congratulations. Thank you. Cover your acrylic. I know that's I was like, oh, let me move this out the way. So to get that crisp V, I'm just going to take my nail file and crispen this up. So I like to use my hand file because, again, I have a little bit more control, and I can actually file that a little bit better. So again, hold the nail straight so you can see whether you need to file on one side a little bit more than the other. And let's crispen that point up just a little bit. Okay, so you guys see that? So I think I want to just kind of and now we can go in with the whites. So these are beneficial. Did anybody want these? Might as well give them away because I don't think I'm going to use them. I'll put them back in the plastic. I don't remember which one was which. I'll see. Alrighty. So now let's get my whites. And actually, I'm going to absorb this monomer because I had got glitter in it anyway. Okay. All right, Natalie. Are you following me on Instagram? DM me on Instagram with your address. I'll send them out to you. I'll go to the post office on Monday. Okay, yeah. DM me on Instagram with your address, and I'll send them to you. All right. So now let's go ahead and let's lay this white. Okay. So we are just basically going to press it in. Just like that. And it's okay if you go over the line that you had cut out. It's all right. You can file that off. Which is what we plan to do anyway. Okay. Right. Yeah, on my that's the one thing about these silicone hands, that the dust sticks to the silicone. So I mean, I normally don't wipe off the dust until off the hand until I am done, but I will go ahead and get it off because normally I just wipe the whole entire hand down once I'm done with applying my acrylic. So yeah, see, it'll come right off. So yeah, we will, because we got to come back and file these nails anyway, so. All right, so this next hand is, this next finger can either be, we're gonna do so it's gonna be a full nude nail. And then on top of it, they have some white 3D flowers. So let's create the nude nail. I still got a little patch here that I'm trying to fill. So that's why you see me kind of going back and forth. I'm gonna kind of let that sit for a minute. Um, Julie said your brush control is bad for a beginner. I do think you would benefit from using a bigger one. I actually do have a bigger one. Um, it's a it's a size 20, and I want to practice a little bit more with it before I actually like use it. But yes, I do have a uh, I have tons of brushes. I have a 12. This is my Kolinsky here. Um, I'm trying to see. I have a number 10 here. This was a number 10. I think this is a 12. Trying to see, where is my 20 brush? Now you got me looking for it. I was in the middle of cleaning out my stuff from nail tech school, so I was like removing all of my brushes out my bag. So I think for this one, I'm going to do that clear nail with all the colors. So let me move this over just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I am just going to pick up some of these leaves here. I'm not too concerned with how I'm placing them or where I'm placing them at. I'm just picking them up. I mean, of course, I want some to be upright. So do what you can to move them. And I think that's good. Okay, so just add those, and now let's encapsulate them. Again, you want to be kind of gentle with encapsulating because you will move around what you just, those leaves we just laid. So kind of want to be nice and generous and wet with your product so that way it could just drip down the nail. But of course you want to kind of monitor it as you are applying it. You just don't want it to go everywhere, but you definitely want it to cover the nail. And then don't forget to clean up around the cuticle. But see, let it just drip down the nail like that. And don't forget to wipe the sides. So Nelly says, I suck at nails. You got any tips? First off, don't ever say that you suck at anything. You can do anything you put your mind to. It takes time to learn to do all of this. At one point in time, I kind of wanted to give up doing nails, but you got to stay true to it. If it's something you're really passionate about, you stay true to it. Of course, you're not going to get everything right away. You got to keep practicing. My dad always told me, practice makes perfect. He tells me that to this day. Practice makes perfect. You can do it. Take your time. Learn. Ask questions, which is why I went to nail school. So I went so that way I could learn. And I kind of felt like I eventually want to be a nail tech teacher, um, to help you guys or help the next person out there to learn how to do nails, because I was once in you guys' shoes trying to learn what I can and what I could to do nails. It's not easy, but you have to start somewhere. So, oh. So, oop. So Noctessa said that's why you hold it that way. Hold what? My nail brush. So, oh, hold the acrylic. Yes. So it could drip with gravity. Yes, because if you keep swiping your brush down, you're gonna knock off your placement of your leaves that you placed. So I want them to stay exactly where they are. So that's why I make my beads extra wet. I really should actually do a liquid to powder ratio video, but I don't know, I kind of felt like sometimes it might not be helpful enough, because we all hold our brushes differently, pick up liquid differently, and plus the powder could be different. So I don't know, maybe I'll do a video on that. But yes, that is why I hold the hand down so that way it can just drip, because it's already wet and I want it to just automatically cover and be even with the nail. So you see I got just a little bit of a dip in my nail, so I just go in and place a bead right there. But other than that, everything else is good and it has a nice thickness to it. Um, oh, sorry, Natalie, you meant nail art. um, just keep trying nail art. I mean, you will get better. I'm not an artist. I don't know how to draw. That's why I did those like line art videos, because I want to learn. You gotta be able to tell yourself you can learn. You can learn how to do this, because you're not automatically gonna know how to do nail art unless you draw. To me, that is. But that could not be true for some of you guys. But like I said, I don't know how to draw. So the only way to do it is to practice until you get better. So there we go. Um, Trinity, what size brush are you using? I am using a number 10. Hold on, let me bring this down. So there you see number 10, which is the Model 1's brush. This is the first time I'm using this brush. I normally use a 12, but I wanted to use this brush for a review because I haven't used it yet. So I just want to add another ball right there. Okay, so here are the nails based on the photo. Now we're just gonna make them real nice and pretty, file them and whatnot. we're just going to get the excess liquid out of our brush. And we're going to try to wipe that down and see how that works. So let's put some stuff away. I'll answer some questions that I see coming up on here. My Tessa says, I only do gel nails, so I use gravity to shake when I encapsulate. Glad to watch acrylics you're doing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've only done these polygel nails so far, but I don't know how I like polygel yet because I really kind of did it on my non-dominant hand. But I'll probably do a polygel video on my practice hand. Maybe it may look better on like a client's hand, but me personally, I don't like it on my hands. So we shall see. You know, first time may not be a charm, but we are going to make it work. So let's see. Julie said, love your enthusiasm. I've been doing nails for 12 years and still learning. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's always something to learn with nails. That's one thing that I did learn. It's like there's always something new. Like I said, I thought it was just acrylic nails. But no, it's polygel nails, there's gel nails, there's you name it, it's some of everything. So you just gotta dip your hand in everything, and I kind of feel like that's where I want to go with it. But again, I wouldn't mind sticking to like acrylic or polygel. Now, the one thing that I will say about polygel nails is there is no odor because there is no monomer. So if that was a plus, if that was something you're worried about, that's a plus. So I'm going to put this in the garbage. Because you don't have to worry about the smell or the aroma. You don't have to worry about any of that, which I kind of liked. Plus, as of right now, I kind of practice in my home. I have all the windows open, but even in wintertime, am I really going to want to have the windows open for that when I do like my sister's nails or anything like that? But I guess I'll have to. So it doesn't really bother me none, but just saying, your house will smell like monomer. So, I mean, that's a plus, where you don't have to worry about it. So, I'm going to wash this out. I'm going to wash that out. To organize again. That's the one thing about when you do nails, you have to reorganize your drawer because you take out everything and you have to put it back. So I'm actually thinking about getting like a bigger Alex drawer, because here, I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek. Look at this drawer. This drawer is a mess all over the place. From my brushes to nail art to this drawer is a hot mess. My practice tips for my other hand that I use. Does anybody have a practice hand out there that they need tips for? I can give one of these away because I like to practice on my silicone hand now instead of my other practice hand that I normally use. So I have those. Like I said, I just have a lot going on in this drawer. So yeah, and then I have like this is all over the place. I really need to find a drawer for my fur. And then this here is my binder that's full of my stamping plates. So Armani, are you follow me on Instagram? Oh shit. Sorry for cursing. Uh-oh. Means I gotta. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to find where these came out at. These are my stamping plates. Oh, gotta get that. Oh, okay. Hey, I'm good. How are you? It's bothering you that bad, huh? Yes, it is. Most definitely. Okay, so I am still cleaning up. Okay, so Armani, DM me on Instagram. I'll send these to you too, because clearly I need to purge some stuff as it is. I'm sorry, I don't like a messy nail space, so I need to find out where these came out at real quick. That's there. This one is probably here. Both of them came out right here, okay. So it didn't take too long. Okay. Okay, so Natalie said, do all the practice nails fit practice hand? Might need to know in the future. Um, you talking about these? These are the same as these. They're just clear, so they fit. Hi, Denny. Welcome. So yes, they will fit. Okay, we got our sanding bin. All right. So we were gonna do some flowers on this hand, so we're gonna get that out shortly. So let's go ahead and do some filing. I like to hand file first. Hi, Elle Danielle. How are you? Okay. Summers. How are you? So right now what I'm doing is just shaping the nails, and then I'm gonna file them. So El Danielle said, do you ever worry about a mid-nail break when they get that long? That's why you make sure you have enough product at your apex area, and which will create that sturdiness in the nail. So your apex area is right here. This is where you have the most tension at in your nails, so it needs to be very thick. I wouldn't say overboard thick, but it needs to have a nice thick consistency. So if you do hit it or bang it, it won't pop off. So you need to focus on having a thick apex here, so that way you won't have to worry about it breaking with your natural nail. Summer says, great and even better that I found you here. Thanks for sharing. Oh, thanks for watching. Anali Rodriguez said, do you think you'll ever open up an online nail supply store or shop? To be quite honest, I've thought about it. But I mean, there's so many websites that you could purchase stuff from. And I'm like, who would purchase, you know? So at the moment, no, because most of the time I get my nail products off of Amazon. And plus you can get 2-day shipping from Amazon, um, you know. So have I thought about it? Yeah, but do I think anybody would purchase? I guess I didn't make it that far yet. So we shall see. I don't know what happened. My phone just went everywhere. So I'm back. Sorry, guys. I look up and I'm like, why is this thing spinning?
And I am holding my finger underneath the nail and holding, I am holding the nail bed. See how we are getting that crisp slowly. It's coming through. Does my camera look a little blurry? Looks a little better, right? Just a little bit. Okay. So now you do want to have the client to flip their hand over so that way you can crispen this up. So now that we have done our hand filing, time to do our drill. And this I have at about 4,000 RPMs, only because I still have this extra coarse barrel on, and you want to be very careful when you are going around the cuticles. So that's the reason why I have it on a low speed. Even though this is a practice hand, you treat it as if it was a real hand. for joining. So as you can see with the silicone hand, you accumulate all this dust. So now that we have that, we are actually going to wipe down the whole entire hand because the silicone gets really dusty. So we are going to use my Young No Swipe. And we are going to wipe down the entire hand. Normally you would just go tell your clients to go wash their hands in the sink with soap and water. So it's the same thing. But because this is a silicone hand, we are going to just wipe it down. And we're going to wipe the nails too. Oop. And I actually accidentally took out the whole entire nail. Look like that one. But it's all right. Let's just do that because we want to get rid of the dust anyway, because we got to do our pictures later. So technically, if you wanted to, you could go to the bathroom and wash your silicone hand with soap and water, which may be easier than just using a bunch of lint-free wipes. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and wash this hand. All right. She's back down like SmackDown. She's nice and clean. And we are going to pat her dry. So now she is dust free. Okay. So I think this nail went here, if I'm correct. This nail went here. That nail went there. This nail here. And thumbnail here. I probably might end up painting that one brown. I don't know, just because of this, but we shall see. Let me wipe my area down. All right, so now let's take a look at, so you're gonna have to add, so this was the set you guys chose. We're gonna add some AB crystals, 2 little leaves here, and we're going to create this. We'll have to find some yellow and orange. Or should we do like iridescent? Because we had those pink and purple. Pink and purple leaves. Okay. So with that being said, let me grab those leaves again. Because I'm only going to need 2. I think we're just gonna add some iridescent jewels on that. So we'll do a little bit of top gel. And we need a dotting tool. And then that other one was like over here. Okay. And then let's wipe that out of here. I really need like some some spoons. Okay. So let's use, that. Let's use some bling gel. Let's use the rest of this up. Let's get my Stardust wax pencil. Where did I get these triangle little bowls? Ha! Say it with me. Amazon. Do you want one? Because I'm already sending you something. I'll send you one. I have extras. See? I'll put that in your hat that I'm sending you. Alright, so now we're just going to create some bling. Actually, let me use this other pencil. Oh, you're welcome. I think that's a smaller one. Yep. So the only reason I'm using iridescent crystals is because I got these purple and pink leaves on here. So I kind of want that to mimic in the crystals. So that's the only reason I'm using those. Other than that, I would love to use like some yellow, which I may end up using it anyway, just because. But I don't see I have any small ones. Because I really need a mason jar. Because I want to empty all of these into my mason jar. So let's just use some really crystal ones, some white ones. Just something. I may end up using That's good. I like that. Okay. Then let's just cure that in the nail lamp for 30 seconds. And then we are going to move on to the flower portion, creating some 3D petals. So all I'm going to need is one big iridescent, and actually let's grab one of these. Nope, that's not. There it is. That's where I should go. I should go to Target once I'm done here. Because I want to get some more mason jars. Because I want to dump these into the mason jars that I normally use. Okay. So we are going to use some of this glue here. You're going to put that right in the center. I'm just going to get rid of that excess that pushed out. Okay. And we're going to cure that. And this makes it easy for us to pour this back in there. Make sure all of these are closed. We're going to use that a little bit later. Okay, so we got that. And we're going to use a little bit of monomer because we are going to do some 3D flowers. I haven't practiced this in a long time, but we are going to get it done together. I wish YouTube would let you play some music. There's our brush. We want to get that into a nice fine point. So, in the meantime, let's get back on the white acrylic. Oh, that's right. See, don't forget the rhinestones on the pinky. Thank you. We will come back to that because I got to put rhinestones back around this too. So we're going to use this white. Thank you for remembering. All right, let's get these flowers done. I feel like I want to practice some first. think this bead was a little too wet. It was too wet. Let me see. Where's my other brush at? This is my 3D brush. You can do roses with this too. I mean petals. Okay, so we got our first layer down. Time to do layer number 2. So layer number 2, we're just going to put in between the crevices. Oh, thanks, Natalie. I haven't done flowers and I don't know, or 3D petals and I don't know how long. It's all right. We're doing them today. That's still a little wet. Okay. Just gonna fill in a few gaps that I see. And then I think we're gonna put a petal right here. That was too big. And we're gonna put one more there. And let's put one more there. Okay, that seems good enough. And then I think it was the yellow. Let's go ahead and outline them in yellow. do a little bit at a time. And these may be too big. You know what? It's all right. The bigger, the better. Add a little bit of glue. Okay. I'm going to clear that. And you just need 3. 1, 2, and I think that's a 3 right there. Okay. And then we are going to briefly put some glue there. One, 2, and 3. Okay. Then we're just going to put some top coat on and we are done. I'm just gonna put the top coat on the nude part. Just throw them in the garbage. Okay. Then let's just do this thumb. Throw that away. Get a wash that. Throw that away. Throw that away. Okay, and because this is a clear nail, we are going to polish underneath it because you want it crystal clear. And then let's put this back in the lamp. for another 15 seconds. That goes to that's trash. That's trash. Okay, so super clear. Okay, so that is our recreation. I am going to just put a little bit of cuticle oil, just a little, because it's already silicone. And I always forget about the thumb. So here is what we try to recreate. Right here. This hand here is what we tried to recreate. And here is what we did. And we just created something on the thumb. But yeah, so here is what we did. I know this video was super long, but thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed us creating this together. Hopefully it wasn't that painful. But it looks good. So that's what we created. Thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know we had a little bit of a mishap with the connection earlier, but thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. Thanks for all the love and support you guys show my way. It's appreciated. I'm just trying to get this fertility right. So I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you like these videos. If you do, then of course I will do more of them often. This was my first one I did. Hopefully, all went well. And I will see you guys in my next one then.